Okay, so this is my second run through of the same level, but it has been slightly redesigned, is now iteration number 2. So let's get right back into Wally's Manor, which is all about the great joys of wall jumping. So let's get started. Um, so I haven't made too many major level changing changes, but just a couple things here and there. Nothing right at the very beginning, but I wanted to highlight some of the more important things, such as wall jumping and placements of different boos over the ceilings. So this section I kind of cut out the ceiling so you could make this jump a little bit easier. Before it was kind of awkward, you might bump your head off of this part right here. So now it's just a little bit more open. Similarly with the Koopa shell, with the Koopa here, you can very easily get a little bit of extra height so you don't have to worry about that. These coins down here were changed slightly so you could sort of slide right through them a little bit better. Before they were sort of awkwardly placed so you couldn't collect all of them at once. It would just kind of leave you hanging. This little section here is mostly the same. These coins are still up here. This section's just a little more open now. This door still leads to the same place. That block still has a fire flower in it. So let's get moving. So yeah. I did add these coins here to indicate that you could just jump over top of this whole thing. I also added this tiny little vine here so you could just drop down from there, because before you couldn't drop down right directly onto the platform. It was kind of awkward. I had these coins up over here just in case the player didn't know that this was the way they're supposed to be going. I also opened up this section a little bit more so that this platform is a little more comfy to land on. This Koopa over here is now facing straight up instead of over to the right, so that whenever you work your way back up this direction, you don't have to worry about fighting through a Koopa with an impossible jump. Well, it would help if I didn't get hit by a magic Koopa, but you don't have to fight through a Koopa with an impossible jump right here. So now I can use the springboard properly without having to take a hit. This section's mostly the same. There's just some boos over top of here just to highlight the fact that it is in fact a Ghost Mansion. This little challenge here is ultimately unchanged. I believe this section's not too much different. Yeah, still the same coins as before. There's just a lot more coins, I guess, now to sort of indicate where you're supposed to be going. Not in any particular place, but just through here and there, spots here and there. I also moved this block to up here so that you can get this mushroom without it being an obstacle itself. Added this little jump up here so you could sort of shortcut the level. It does a couple things. The first thing it does is, on the off chance that you kill this Koopa and kill this skull block, you're not still required to do wall jumping here. You can still get through the level without wall jumping. Granted, it does take a little bit of patience, but if you can wait for the platforms to come back, you do not have to do wall jumping. And I'm in a bad situation here. I am in a bad situation. Ooh, got him. Okay. So yeah, this is just the section that indicates that, you know, you don't have to be an expert on wall jumping yet, or even know how to wall jump. You can get through the level without it if you want to. I added an extra Koopa over here because if you take it with you, you get a nice little secret from coming over here and being curious about that question mark block, which provides you with a 1-up. So, if you manage to make it all the way through the level and solve that puzzle, both in one, then you get a 1-up, which sounds reasonable to me. The ending part of the level is very different. You're not required to do a wall jump, but if you want to, you can get the flagpole, which is sort of a theme in Mario that things that are not required, but little tricks and tips here and there help you to get the flag. And there's some coins up this way to indicate that, yes, you are coming to the end of the level. So that's the edited level. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, hope you enjoyed.